Vince, thank you. For the first officers on the scene Sunday, there were so many questions.
But before they could help anyone inside the temple, they had to make sure it was a safe, secure area to enter. One of the people who trains officers for situations lives in Milwaukee. AJ Byapour in the newsroom now with some insight into how the tactical team handled Sunday's shooting. AJ?
In Ted Mary, a group of 100 consultants travels the country to train emergency responders about how to handle major incidents like a mass shooting or a chemical attack. One of those people is a former Milwaukee fire captain who explains how the approach has changed over time.
Sure. Well, basically the course is laid out with 4 or 5 main chapters.
When training for a mass shooting, there are a lot of areas to cover. Former Milwaukee fire captain Anthony Wickman says in recent years, the approach has changed for first responders.
Rather than looking at, for example, what happened in Columbine, where you will have your responders all stay back and set up a tactical situation, responders are now doing a much more immediate, active approach in trying to get between the shooter and any victims.
Oak Creek Lieutenant Brian Murphy was aiding a victim when the gunman, identified by police as Wade Michael Page, shot him at least 8 times. Another officer then shot and killed Page. After the shooting, tactical officers gathered outside the temple but did not go in.
Those responders are going ahead and looking actively for devices on the scene. Are there going to be potential pipe bombs, car bombs?
Later on, a remote-controlled camera rolled into the temple. Oak Creek Police Chief John Edwards says it let them see what was happening inside.
It's made it safer for everybody involved, so we can go in and do what we need to do. It does take somewhat longer, but the alternative is not that pleasant.
Wickman says the military uses that technology overseas, and on Sunday, officers had to take similar precautions.
If the responders can't get in, who's going to rescue the rescuers? That's what we always train, and the fire and police are always looking at.
Wickman will be in West Virginia later this month to help present the current training guide to the Department of Homeland Security, which works with his group, the International Association of Firefighters. He says the shootings in Colorado and now Oak Creek will likely lead to some revisions. Live in the newsroom tonight, AJ Byapour, Fox 6 News.
All right, AJ, thank you.
In the wake of Sunday's shootings, Indian politicians are urging for the protection of religious communities in the United States.
India's Foreign Minister S.M. Krishna met with prominent Sikh leader Avatar Singh in New Delhi today to discuss